A year ago, when we decided to start the Lead Diversity program, we didn't know exactly how it would be received or where it would lead. However, we knew that there was a need in our community for leaders who would move the needle in their business and our city by taking on the crucial conversations around diversity, equity, and inclusion. We recognized that the business community, with its vast networks and inroads into other communities, is perfectly poised to rise to the challenge, no, the opportunity, to create solutions based in equity for Nebraska. Over the past year, we've gotten to know the 25 individuals who started the Lead Diversity journey with us. We thank all of you for having faith in us to be part of this inaugural class. We are proud to see how you have all grown throughout this process. We're proud that we as an organization can say we have grown alongside you, and we are extremely proud to now add you to our list of friends and advocates. As advocates, your responsibility to the community has increased immensely, and you have all risen to meet this challenge in such a beautiful way. You are the torchbearers, the front runners, the agents of change, who are expanding the dialogues for creating equity and inclusion. Through this, you're creating new cultures and new ways of belonging in our community. I want to congratulate all of our Lead Diversity graduates, our first amazing cohort of advocates. We are so excited to see you continue to succeed and thrive. We were, of course, all looking forward to this celebration being in person due to that sense of belonging and togetherness that we've built. However, we were not going to let a little bit of physical distancing prevent you all from giving recognition and affirmations to each other virtually. In becoming advocates for our community, you first had to become advocates for one another. Your connections to each other has shown through in everything that you each had to say to each other in this video. So let's take a look.
Raphael, I am so grateful that I drew your name to honor and recognize today. And I'm just really thankful to have been on this journey with you over the last year. I was drawn to you right away and just moved by the way you shared your story so openly. I really connected with what you talked about in terms of your own search for truth. And over the course of the last year, I've just really come to admire that about you, that you have been so willing to confront your own blind spots and biases, how you have been so empathetic to the stories of others, and how you are just so unapologetically genuine. So thank you for that, and thank you for inspiring me. I am just so glad that we have become fast friends, and I know we'll have a lifetime connection. And I want you to know that I am here to support you for the long haul, and I wish you the absolute best on your own journey.
Molly, you truly are an inspiration and a joyful ray of sunshine to those around you, both professionally and personally. Your commitment to access and success for all is clearly reflected in the work that you do at Partnership for Kids by guiding underserved students to realize their own self-worth and capitalize on their own academic potential. Your participation, contribution, and completion of Inclusive Communities Lead Diversity program comes as no surprise in that you are constantly seeking to improve not only yourself, but the lives of those around you. Thank you for allowing me to get to know you, work with you in this program, and celebrate this day as we continue the work of diversity, equity, and inclusion. Congratulations.
Hello. It's my pleasure today to say a few words of affirmation for my fellow Lead Diversity advocate, Mr. Wayne Brown. I admire a lot of things about Wayne. First and foremost, he's very strong in his convictions. He's a determined and confident leader who fights for injustices, equity and inclusion, and education, especially for marginalized populations and underserved communities in Omaha. He's worked tirelessly throughout his career to really help young people in our community reach their full potential. In terms of his personality traits, Wayne is very analytical, a great calming and steady presence, while also being a really awesome and amazing listener to others. And he listens not only with empathy, but without judgment. I admire Wayne's talents and that he has used them to really help make some changes in our community, as well as bring awareness to some of the issues and inequities that are still plaguing our community. This was evident in his documentary Out of Omaha, which I really enjoyed watching, and it really moved me. I recommend it to everybody, and I was able to learn more about Wayne's personal upbringing in that documentary, which makes me even admire him even more. So all in all, I just wanted to thank Wayne for his efforts in the Omaha community. He's made a big difference, and he's a great role model for all of us in the nonprofit sector, as well as for all of the young people in Omaha. So best of luck, Wayne. It's been a pleasure working with you and getting to know you this year.
That was pretty good. Hey, John, congratulations on completing Lead Diversity. You always brought such positive energy to the class, and you're always somebody I could talk to and share ideas with. Also, congratulations on what you're doing at OPPD. You're really taking what we learned here at Lead Diversity and taking it to the next level. Also like the way you wear hats. When's your next rap album dropping? All right, you take care.
Come on in. Today I either have the tremendous privilege and honor or burden to celebrate Chris Witt. As we all know and recognize from day one, this man has a certain set of transcendent abilities about him. He's easily able to weave in and out of every layer, level, and circle of any of our communities. And in doing so, he's flipping on and off his humor, his intellect, his passion, his storytelling, whatever the situation calls for. Chris seems ready for it. Specifically, I was amazed at his willingness to support a D&I collaboration that I was involved with Creighton and Greater Omaha Chamber for this past year's 2020 White Peak Summit. He was able to provide some critical perspective almost immediately that made that project a success. Additionally, there's another memory that's just emblazoned into my brain about Chris. It was out when we were on the bus tour and enrolled by the hotel formerly called the Red Lion. Maybe you guys remember this, maybe you don't, but he says, "You mean to tell me they built a hotel on the Red Line and called it the Red Lion? Come on, Omaha." Now, pardon my terrible impression, but I did burst out laughing because of the delivery, but that statement carried so much weight for me. It just showed me how much more work we have to do. And to that end, Chris, I'm thrilled that you and Kiana, your two boys, have chosen Omaha as your place to live. And through time and effort, I think that we can use your transcendent abilities to transform our community and make this great place even better. So please accept this token of my appreciation. Know that I see the work that you're doing, brother, and there's thousands of people rooting you on and supporting you along the way.
Thank you. So hi, everybody. Just want to take a little time to chat with everybody about our friend Kara. You've been very genuine with all of us. You've been so authentic with all of us. I think the fact that you've opened up so much to us over the course of our Lead Diversity journey really empowered a lot of us to open up. And the more genuine that we all were, the more of ourselves and our worlds that we were able to share and made the experience better. So when I really think about you and what you brought to the table and what I take away from this experience, I just want to thank you for that genuineness, that generosity, that being real. And I want you to keep doing that. Keep being you. Keep being your full and authentic self. And thank you for being such an example of that for myself and for all of us. This Lead Diversity experience has been great for each of us, and hopefully we get the chance to pass it on to the next. Thanks again, and I really appreciate you, Carol.
Hi friends, I have the pleasure to introduce you to Stephen Osberg, a cohort with our group, the first group ever of Lead Diversity. I was thinking of a few words to describe Stephen. This is what I came up with. Stephen is intentional, patient, a creative thinker, and brilliant. This works perfectly for him because he's the Director of Transportation for the Omaha Chamber of Commerce. He never says anything much about it, but he's kind of a big deal when it comes to changing the landscape of our city. This is why I think it's wonderful that Stephen went through this program with us to discuss diversity, equity, and inclusion within our community. So I was kind of Facebook stalking Stephen. I noticed his passion around discussing the impact of redlining in Omaha. In Stephen's words, racist policies got us to this point. It will take intentional, proactive action to make this a better place. Those words are totally Stephen, powerful and to the point. Our community needs individuals like Stephen to bring a fresh, inclusive look to transportation for our city. Omaha is lucky to have him, and our class is lucky to have him too. Thank you.
Hey all. I couldn't be more proud to be part of this first cohort of LeadDIVERSITY Advocates. I've learned so much from the classes, but more than anything, I've learned from my fellow classmates. I think the real value of what we have here is the fact that we're all in this together, working towards a common goal of increased equity and inclusion in the Omaha region and throughout the whole country, really. So I work primarily in the built environment, and I think it's more apparent now than ever how the built environment plays into the quality of people's lives and ultimately their access to opportunity. And so it's critically important that everyone has a voice in the process in how our communities are designed and built. And so I'm doing my best to get us there. And I know that Nancy is doing so with her work as well at Leroy Daily. And so congratulations, Nancy. Nice job, and I'm excited to see all you do.
Hey, it's Nancy. I'm coming to you from sunny, beautiful Colorado. I'm here today to honor an exceptional Lead Diversity graduate, Abby Mullen. When I think of Abby, I think of balance, humility, patience, empathy, detail, her ability to really listen and create personal connections. I admire her proactiveness in advancing social justice conversations at her workplace and in life. I respect her determination and steadfast attitude to not give up and keep trying. I'm thankful to have walked alongside you in the Lead Diversity journey. Congratulations on your graduation, Abby.
Thank you. Dear Erica, I wanted to take this opportunity on behalf of Lead Diversity Cohort 1 to thank you for being such a light and inspiration to us all. What we have learned about you throughout the last 9 months is that you've had a lifelong commitment to diversity inclusion issues informed by your life experiences. Your experiences from high school and living in various places all over the country and the world have certainly given you a unique perspective and point of view that is always crucial to many of our discussions. You are a wonderful listener. You are both calm and unassuming, but have an undeniable intensity in your advocacy for racial justice issues. CHI is lucky to have you, and we are all so grateful for the chance to meet you and get to know you. Thanks for all your contributions to this group and to our city. We can't wait to see what the future has in store for you as you continue on with your diversity, equity, and inclusion work. Thanks so much. It's been amazing. We wish there was more time. I wish we could still meet in person regularly, but just wanted you to know that we think the world of you and the work you're doing at your place of business, and we hope to see more from you in the months and years to come. So best wishes. Take care.
Hey Polly, it has been such a pleasure to get to know you over the last year in our Lead Diversity cohort. I cannot express how appreciative I am of your taking me under your wing and teaching me about the great culture and opportunities at Union Pacific. I know that you and your team have done phenomenal work around culture and workplace engagement and making sure that everyone feels warm and welcome within Union Pacific. Thank you so much for your contributions. You are a treasure to the Omaha community, and I look forward to seeing what you do next.
Peter, as I reflect on our experience in the Lead Diversity program in our cohort, I recall your smiley face and always feeling welcome. I remember our very first conversation at our first session where we were probably the last few chatting at the end of that segment. And I just really enjoy the good conversation that we had, and again, feeling like my opinion mattered and our families were very important to us. I know one of the things that stood out to me was your core job at ConAgra was not diversity and inclusion. That certainly makes you a strong ally. It's not required of you to do this work, but you took it upon yourself to get engaged, and that I respect. You may not have been the most vocal person in our program sessions, but when you spoke up, it was extremely thoughtful, it was heartfelt, and I remember a lot of what you said resonated with me. I wish you the very best personally and professionally. I'm excited to hear how you influence others and you progress diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives within ConAgra Foods, and you influence others that you come across in your daily life. Best of luck to you.
Thank you. David, my friend, it is my privilege to be able to send you this video note today. From the beginning of our time in the Lead Diversity program, you were for me a bit of a kindred spirit. Your hunger and your desire to understand and learn and listen in our conversations was really inspiring to me. We live in a culture that supports just the opposite behavior, but you found the courage to sit at the feet of others and to learn. And I thank you for that example. Like you, there were times during the Lead Diversity program that I felt I was way behind other people in the cohort in terms of knowledge and understanding of the issues that we were talking about. And you were very transparent about that. Your attitude and that transparency helped me to do the same and be transparent. My prayer for you is that you will lead your organization to new levels of inclusiveness, of anti-otherism, and even hope that will change your corner of the world. I believe you have the strength and the wisdom to do just that. But when it gets hard, and it will, and when it gets lonely, fighting that fight, just know that there are people and friends like me that believe in you. Take care. Keep smiling. I believe your work and your efforts will change this society for the better. Bye-bye. There you go.
Thank you. Hello everybody. You might notice that I'm male, white, and therefore privileged. I recognize that too. And coming into this Lead Diversity cohort, I realized I had my personal baggage, and I'm sure everybody has their personal baggage. But I was a bit shy in meeting people, particularly of a different race. And as we got to know people's backgrounds, when we shared that with each other, I heard of a young lady from South Chicago, an African woman lady whom I hadn't met before, and I'd heard South Chicago was a pretty tough neighborhood. When Keisha Davis started sharing her story, the pride that came through about her family and about her community that she shared with us was absolutely wonderful, and I really wanted to get to know Keisha. One day we're on a bus, she happened to have a seat next to her free, so I sat next to her. And as I sat down, I couldn't help but notice the intricacy of the braided hair that she had, which must have taken hours and hours. It looked really cool. And one thing I'd learned from all this certainly is that you don't talk about someone's hair from another race, particularly an African-American woman. What do? I start talking about Keisha's hair, how cool it was. but she was very, very open, very sharing, very caring, understanding of this naive white guy coming to talk to her. And I really appreciate that. And I did it again a month later at the next cohort meeting because she did it again. It was just really cool. So I kind of got to know this sense of who Keisha was, but you have to be aware she's also very quiet, and I think she would be one that would admit that to you as also. And I share that because you have to be aware of the quiet ones. I don't know who told me that, my father or my mother, but at many of the cohort meetings where we had speakers with a different background, different perspective, when there was quiet, there would be a question from Keisha, and that question always brought an answer that, from a perspective none of us had come from, and it really added to the learning of the total cohort. So, Keisha, I really appreciate you being in the class. I really enjoyed having you there and learning from your perspective, which was adding to mine. I certainly appreciate your graciousness in putting up with me. Thank you. And I hope we stay connected, because I know this journey is going to continue for all of us, and I look forward to seeing where you land next steps in this journey together. So take care, and thank you, Keisha, and keep being yourself, loyal, passionate, and committed. Thank you.
Hey Kirsten, I just wanted to say that I truly honor you as an individual, as a strong woman, as a person overall. Meeting you over this last almost year now has truly been a blessing for me. I want you to know that I see you through and through for who you are, and I truly appreciate everything that you bring to this team, to our friendship, and to the world in general. You're truly a beautiful person, and I learn something from you every time through every interaction we've had. I also enjoy our text messages in regards to staying healthy, just getting in shape mentally, physically, as well as emotionally. And I just want you to know that I'm proud of you. I hope that you continue your journey. I hope that you continue to just shine your grace upon the world, because you truly are just one of the best people that I know. So thank you for everything that you've taught me. Thank you for our friendship that I know will continue outside of LeadDIVERSITY. And I just want you to know that you can always reach out to me. I'll always consider you a friend and just an overall amazing person. So if nothing else, I'm truly blessed to say that through LeadDIVERSITY, I met Kirsten, and she's now one of my friends. I wish you the best.
Hi, I'm really excited to have the opportunity to talk a little bit about one of my favorite cohort members, Amelise. I have had just been so lucky to have had this opportunity to learn and grow with you. I appreciate so many things about you, but I want to talk about a few of them today. One of them is your presence and how you show up in the world. And so you have this amazing positive energy about you, but you're also very curious and interested in learning and reflecting. And I really appreciate that about you. Your desire to learn from your cohort and from community members that we have had an opportunity to engage with. And also your willingness to be vulnerable through this program and to really allow yourself to feel those edges that present themselves when you're experiencing something like this. It's been so great to watch that process, but also to experience it with you. I also really appreciate how you've been committed to ensuring that our cohort has various opportunities to connect outside of the formal programming that we had. And so from the lunch 2.0s to your leadership with the Legacy Project is really meaningful, because it means that we're able to connect in ways that will continue to bring this group together for the important work that we plan on doing individually and collectively moving forward. So thank you for being you. I'm so glad that I know you and that I can call you a fellow advocate and also my friend. And I look forward to what's next.
everyone, thanks so much. I have the honor of announcing Angie Balserini as the Lead Diversity Graduate for Cohort 1. Angie, what can I say? You had me at LaCroix. You are just such a fun human to be around, and I really just enjoyed getting to know you this last year and learning more about your passion, not just for films, but just for your community involvement and advocacy, and just how you're so comfortable with using your voice and sharing your opinions and just not worrying about what other people think. And I found that just to be really inspiring, and it really helped me think about my own voice within the community and how do I use that that's authentic to me. So Angie, congratulations on accomplishing all the work that you did in Lead Diversity for yourself and for your community, and I'm so honored to call you a friend. Congratulations, and on to the next person.
Hi, my name is Angie Balserini. I'm here today to share some affirmations about my fellow advocate, Al Hoffer. First, congrats to Al and to the rest of the cohort. I'm so grateful that I got to be a part of this group. At the first full session of our Lead Diversity training, I had the opportunity to work in a brainstorming group with Al, and it was unmistakable that Al was passionate about being involved in seeking justice, not only in their professional capacity, but also in their personal life. Al did a great job challenging existing structures and ways of being and pushing their fellow advocates to think outside of our comfort zones. Congrats, Al. I'm looking forward to continuing this work to create a better Omaha with you.
I was in a group with Brad on day one, and like a lot of our group discussions, it was very spirited. We're all very anxious to connect and share our ideas with one another. And what I noticed about Brad right away that first day is that he's pretty quiet, and he's definitely an observer. And what I learned through the course of Lead Diversity is that he's really conscious of the space that he takes up in any given conversation. He thinks through what he has to say, and because of that, when he does have something to say, it's generally really impactful, and there's a good amount of wisdom behind it. I think his most important contribution to the Lead Diversity experience, at least for me, was really showing how important it is to this work to be able to listen and to listen really deeply and be aware of the space that you take up in any given conversation, because when we do that and we're aware of how much space we take up, we make sure that there's room for the other people who need to be at the table. And really, without Brad, this would just not have been the same Lead Diversity experience.
Hello everybody, my name is Brad Ekwerekwu, and today I have the distinct honor of honoring Mr. Barry Thomas. Barry's not going to remember this, but the first time that I met him, he was a moderator for a community-wide panel where we came together and spoke and learned about different topics, and he served as the role of moderator. The few things that I remember from that time, just watching him work the crowd and work the room, he was very respectful. He listened well, he leaned in, and he gave thoughtful feedback. He's very honest in his feedback. He talked about what he experienced and what he continues to experience. But he was also very careful and deliberate with his words. He was able to give commentary and feedback in a way that was palatable, but also very, very motivating. And as you guys know, that didn't stop. That's what he continued to do. And I'm laughing a little bit because, I always clowned him as our resident quiet storm DJ. He kind of lulled you into to listening what he had to say. But when you listened to the words that came out of his mouth, you were very motivated. You were very informed in a way that inspired action. And Mr. Barry, that's not going to stop, man. We are very, very proud of you in the position that you hold. A lot of us are counting on you to continue to do the great work that you're doing in the community. Be encouraged, be inspired, continue to lead with your respectful nature, your honesty, your deliberate delivery, I guess you would say, but then also your mind that creates and imagines new ways to impact our community in a very, very positive way. Finally, I'll say that this man is a great not good. He is a great social media follow, so make sure you check him out. Coach, salute, man.
Wow, thank you. That is awesome. Thank you to LeadDIVERSITY for this opportunity. And it was a fantastic program. I look forward to continuing working with my fellow graduates here, my fellow advocates, but I wanted to specifically say a thank you and give a shout out to Jenny Dietloff. Jenny, obviously we got to know each other through the program, but Jenny took a couple steps in the program that I wanted to make sure I made note of. Personally, she ended up coming to some professional development and community development activities that we had in Omaha Public Schools, in which we had a story circle and everybody was able to come together and kind of share what their experiences were like based off of the places that they lived. And I had brought the idea up to Jenny to participate, and not everybody takes up those invitations, but she took it upon herself to come out, and then she also brought her son with her to that program. And so, additionally, Jenny reached out to me a few months ago and tried to make a connection with her place of employ, with Schooler, to see what they might be able to do as a company to support our families that are struggling with food insecurity during COVID-19. And so I want to make sure that I give her what is due and offer her a specific congratulations. And then also, again, to everybody, congratulations. And we'll keep this fight going and keep this work moving forward. So, Jenny, here you are.
Hello, fellow advocates, sponsors, and supporters. I have the privilege of honoring fellow advocate and all-around wonderful human, Angela Cooper. Before I started LeadDIVERSITY, I knew of Angela, but had not had much opportunity to interact with her. Through the LeadDIVERSITY program, I was fortunate enough to get to know Angela and now consider her to be a true confidant and mentor. As I think about our time together throughout our LeadDIVERSITY sessions, there are several ways that Angela has been such a positive influence, and I thought I would share a few of those with you now. First, Angela really embodies the definition of advocate. This is evident in many ways. Through hard work and determination, effective influence, she created a D&I role at Mutual that continues to move the needle. She has the foresight to not only know when to be bold, to challenge the status quo, and to push forward, but also when it's better to listen and be patient. This is a skill that not many have, and it's so important to doing sustainable and meaningful work in D&I, particularly in corporate America. Second, Angela is incredibly generous in her willingness to share knowledge, resources, and her time. After meeting Angela, it quickly became apparent that she has thought through many of the challenges that several of us are facing in our own organizations. She's been so quick to share a roadmap, tools, ideas, and even simply a supportive and encouraging ear. Third, Angela is humble and a continuous student. Despite her professional recognition and success, Angela continues to ask questions, seeks to understand new perspectives and points of view, and develop new experiences of her own. This attitude and approach makes her both a successful D&I professional and an approachable, thought-provoking, and interesting friend to many. Angela, congratulations on successfully completing the LeadDIVERSITY program. Thank you for being you. I look forward to continuing to learn from you and help you celebrate many of your successes yet to come.
So I have the amazing opportunity to take a second and just affirm and honor someone who means a great deal to me. Throughout this LeadDIVERSITY journey, we had to bring a lot of vulnerability and openness and dialogue to our lived experiences, and I couldn't think of a better person to do that with than my friend, my sister, the outstanding Dulce Sherman. Dulce, you are a wonderful person. I'm so glad that our paths crossed through LeadDIVERSITY. Our experience in the inaugural cohort has been one for the books. I have loved hearing your perspective. I love the way you show up for the Latinx community in everything you do. And I have just enjoyed our text exchanges, getting to know you offline, our discussions, our plotting and planning, and getting ready for all the collaboration that we have in mind for the Black and Brown communities. And you're always so forward thinking on ways that we can strengthen what we do in the community. And so I'm just incredibly grateful to have had this experience experience with you, to add you to my village, to my group of people that I can call on for anything. And I just want to congratulate you on graduating from LeadDIVERSITY this year. You're an amazing COO for Whispering Roots. You're a wonderful HR consultant. You have so many great ideas, and your passion shows up in every single thing you do, but as well your caring shows up in every single thing you do. And so I thank you for everything that I've been able to learn from you in this opportunity, and I thank you for everything that I will learn from you as we move forward as colleagues, as advocates in this community. Thank you, and I love you. Congratulations.
Hi Gina, it's Dulce Sherman. Congratulations! We have completed the LeadDIVERSITY program together. I want to tell you how much I enjoyed being a part of the program with you. I know we're friends, really good friends, but I really got to know you on a totally new level. The discussions, the activities, just the whole process of really getting into the history, the changes that we can make when it comes to racial equity. I know that you're such a huge impact to the Omaha community already, but now with the LeadDIVERSITY training and our discussions and just the whole group in general, that we're all passionate about what we believe in, I cannot wait to see what we're going to do in the future. Our voice together is going to be our power. Again, congratulations, and I look forward to our future together.
Today I am honored to speak about Chantel Mallory, whom I have known for a long time. Chantel, I have seen you grow personally and in your career gracefully. Chantel, you serve all communities with an open heart and mind. You are a great mom and you're a great mentor to many. You are a great leader and you're open to others' opinions and contributions. You have a great sense of humor and a beautiful smile to go along with it. You are beautiful inside and out. Keep doing great work because I'm very proud of you. Besitos y abrazos, hermanita.